Hi, this is Mark with Veritas Defense, and this is Minute with Mark, where each week we share tips and info that you can use to make yourself harder to kill. This week we're going to spend a couple minutes talking about how to choose your EDC knife. Now, why would you want to carry a knife with you every day? Especially if you're already armed with a firearm. And the reason being is that the blade or the knife is the perfect backup weapon to the firearm. Why? Because it never malfunctions, it never jams, and it never runs out of ammo. So how do we choose our EDC knife? The system that we use in our close quarter combat knife course is the Pikiti Tertia Kali system, as headed up by Tim Wade of the Pikiti Tertia Global organization. And this is a checklist that Tim taught me when evaluating a knife. The first blade I want to talk about is the Wade Covert from Beagler Blade Works, also based out of Texas. This is the blade that was designed by Tim. And if you take a look at it, you'll see it's got a single edge. And that is important because, at least in our system, we really do like to have our thumb along the spine of the blade. It makes for a more stable structure as you hold the knife, and actually makes for a faster and smoother manipulation. The second thing that's important is you want a very aggressive finger guard or choil right here, this piece right there. You want that there because what it's going to do is, if you have to thrust into something, you don't want your fingers to slide up along the blade itself. So having an aggressive finger guard or choil there will kind of protect you, because if someone is got to get stabbed with this, make sure it's the thread and not you, and not you getting injured. So the other thing is, finally, is if you check this out along the pommel or the top of the knife here, you don't want anything really sharp or a ball or anything like that. You want your thumb to be able to just smoothly fit kind of right along there, if you could see that. Again, if you're in a reverse grip like this, it makes it for a better structure and ease of manipulations. If you hold it like this, like the hammer fist, that'll work, but you're going to be slower in your manipulations because you're going to have too much energy in the knife. So these are, we could go deeper into this, but just quickly, that's what I would look for in a knife. Now, this one is pretty expensive if you're on a budget. Right. If you're on a budget and you want something a little cheaper, you can look for a Kershaw. Right here, this thing I think was $30 or under 40 for sure. Again, this is a fixed blade or a folder, excuse me. So you can see it has a locking mechanism. It has a spring assist just like that. And again, it's a single edge. My thumb rides along the spine. I've got an aggressive choil here that's built into the blade, and the bottom or if I'm in a reverse grip, it's got a rounded top there, so I can grip that very easily and have full control over it. So again, you don't have to spend a lot of money. I'm more concerned as to the design than I am the quality, if you will. Quality is important, but the design is what I'm really looking for here. Now let's look at one that maybe doesn't. Is good, but not as good. So we'll put this one up here as the standard. This is a blade by Schrade. Again, not very expensive at all. I think it was $30 to $40. Got it off of Amazon. If you look at it, I really do like this company. I like their blade designs. If you look at it, it's pretty similar to the Wade Covert. It's got a single edge. My thumb rides along the spine. If I hold it in reverse grip, I can get my thumb around there. I have a really good purchase on this blade. But if you look at it, compare the finger choil. It's got a little groove there to kind of keep my finger where it's supposed to be, but it's not as aggressive as this choil. And so for that reason, I'm not saying that this thing is wrong. I'm not saying if you own it that you should throw it away, that you can never use it again. I'm just looking at design, and I would say this is good, but this is better. Now, another thing you want to do is think about ease of carry. And so if you take a look at these blades, you can see these things are relatively thin. These things are actually just about as thin as the tactical folder, right? So very easy to carry. They've got really good Kydex sheaths or holsters. that you can use. Now look at this job right here. This one I got from Amazon. Again, it was under 50 bucks. It's, I've used it a lot. It's a really good blade. It has the exact design pattern checklist that we talked about. The only issue here is that look how thick that is. Let me show you up next to the weight covert. So you can see right there, this thing is heavy, it's thick, and it's a little cumbersome. So I'm probably more likely to put this on my kit or carry it if I'm out camping or running around in the woods than I would be running around on the streets with it. So for that purpose, again, this isn't bad. You're not wrong if you own this one. It's just some designs are a little better than others. So again, that's just a quick checklist. We could go a lot deeper. If you're wanting more information on knife selection, or more importantly, how to use it defensively, head over to BaritasDefense.com and link up with us there. Until then, stay sharp.